Electricity supply has been disrupted in 9 parts of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metropolitan Municipality in the Eastern Cape. Now, this follows heavy rains which started around midnight. Several roads have been closed due to localized flooding. The municipality has also activated the Joint Operations Centre. It has brought in stakeholders from the Army and the social development officials in preparation for potential extreme weather conditions. The municipality's executive mayor, Babalwa Lobishe, says they are working with Eskom to restore power supply. Meanwhile, snowfall over Luitberg Pass on the N9 near Graaf Reinet in the Eastern Cape is raising concerns over potential road closures, with the Wappersberg Pass between Graaf Reinet and Ngoba are also affected. All right, let's bring in MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in the Eastern Cape, Zolile Williams. He joins us now via video link to give us an update on the weather disruptions in the province. MEC, a very good afternoon to you. Just give us a sense of how widespread this damage is due to the weather conditions.
Good afternoon, Unati, and good afternoon to the viewers. Well, Unati, the flooding is widespread, especially in Nelson Mandela Metro. And still, you can see the impact of stormwater drainage systems, which were still busy to unblock so that water can find its way into those systems. And also, you can see that communities that are in informal settlements, communities that are on floodplains are the ones that are mostly affected. About 16 wards of the metro have been affected. We were made aware of this by Weather Service, where they gave us a level 1 warning, yellow, and upgraded it yesterday night to a level 4 orange warning. So our disaster teams were ready, but due to the issue of stormwater drains and infrastructure that has not yet been attended to since the June disasters because of funding issues. Those are creating multiple problems for us to respond to these disasters.
Are you going to then declare a state of emergency, given the fact that, you know, since the June-July floods and storms, you have not been able to get the infrastructure ready to withstand just some of the weather warnings that we are seeing now, because it has, as you rightfully say, been upgraded from a level 2 to a level 4. One would imagine that given 3 months or so, it would have given you some leeway in terms of time to make sure that those stormwater drains are at least ready for future eventualities.
Well, Onati, the disaster was declared. So the minister in the medium-term budget policy statement has allocated about more than 800 million for the Eastern Cape. But we're just waiting for that amount to be gazetted so that we can put to action those funds that respond to these disasters. But as of now, we have not yet received anything. And we are using our own means. Both the metro municipality and the province are using their own means to attend to the disaster. But we really need that funding as soon as possible.
As the MEC of COGTA, particularly because you have been dealing with these disasters for several years now, and of course they've been exacerbated by climate change for one, do you think that is something that you will be looking into in terms of just the releasing of funds once a disaster, a state of disaster is declared in a province? Should these funds not then be easily accessible and also expedited?
I do think that, Onati, it is necessary that we review our approach into disaster responses, because the approach for now is that we must first declare the disaster, after which funding will follow that declaration after assessments have been made. But in view of the current climate change challenges, you could see that even if you try to be as ready as possible, but the magnitude of the rain and poor maintenance of infrastructure, if it is poorly maintained, is going to create challenges for you and end up affecting people's lives, affecting business operations. And so we really need to review how we work, because these disasters seems they will be with us for some time.
Thank you so much for your time. We'll, of course, keep tabs on this particular story because it is a troubling one, especially because this has been upgraded to a level 4. Thank you so much for your time. That's the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in the Eastern Cape, Mr. Zolile Williams.